Yes, lads. Yes, lads. Are you locked in with Lunch Talks? You know, the platform, we're going to be supporting communities, doing different type of challenges, having different type of guests. Unfortunately, over the weekend we were scheduled with having two guests. One of the guests couldn't make it through, so we had to postpone. But that little interview type guest show where I'm cooking for the lads and they review my food live will be coming soon, you know. And obviously we just analyze like trending topics and what's currently happening in the real world. For example, trending topics in urban community would be this cheating scandal that's been happening between a former Love Island couple by the name of India, and I think the guy's name's Dami or something. I don't really keep up and pay too much attention, and obviously I've just seen it create numerous topics. Numerous UK outlets have been reporting on it. For me, we're not trying to engage into the mix-up and the negative source in it, so that's not type of things that I'd be like digging into. Obviously, there's various topics that have came out from it that I don't mind engaging and asking a few questions around the topic at hand, but actually diving in onto the characteristics of the two people I wouldn't be doing because I don't know them, you know. So yeah, that's been in urban community, and anytime I've been on my Twitter feed for the last couple of days, 72 hours, it's just polluted my timeline with different sources of opinions and takes on like if it was the other way around then it would be acceptable and men cheating is more accepted in society and da 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 da, you know, all that kind of conversation and stuff, and it's there to be had, but at the end of the day and whatnot, there's various things as individuals and stuff like that that we must take into accountability of how we progress through life, because certain tweets were seeming like kind of personal to the topic at hand. And when we come and speak on topics, it's not going to be necessarily personal. We have to view it as an open mind and see it from this source and that source, you know. So that's in urban. In real life stuff has been happening, and like it's crazy because we always are on the verge of World War III. We don't know where World War III is going to be present or not, or is it like secretly low-key already happening with so much stuff coming from like America seizing the Venezuelan president. I think it was January the 3rd, and it's just been going up, and it's live because the Venezuelan president just had a meeting with the Chinese and they shook hands on a big deal for some transportation and I think some oil, and it just got intercepted like that. And you know, like I know for a fact that the Chinese government and the president of that country isn't necessarily happy with what just transpired. And as a community and everything else, we don't look out for these sources of what's happening out there in the real world, and it's mad in the car. Real life, like it's just pending. And does this affect people that live within the UK? Well, I believe the UK is a part of that NATO group and stuff like that. So if it is a war pending and stuff like that, then I'll have to get involved, you know. And then we're in war, the cost of living is already a mad thing, and war will definitely affect that as well. So we have to be mindful about what's going on there and just keep up with the information. But see, that is a topic for a whole different video. Do my research and everything and just pinpoint where like this diversion could go. So yeah, Lunch Talks, how potentially World War III could start. Mad thing. Also asked a question about can mixed race people identify as being black, fully black and everything else and whatnot. There's sources of opinions. I won't tell the next person how to think, but just how to analyze what we're speaking about when we're speaking on like educational matters and obviously ethical backgrounds. With my take on it is just through the mannerisms of, obviously, if your mother is Caucasian or your mother is black or your father is Caucasian or your father is black and they interline, then it creates a mixed race child. And it's like the mixed race people, they are always in a battlefield of like being on the one source of the family or another source of the family and not sure what to kind of say I establish with culture, because it depends if you're predominantly in a Caribbean or African type mixed household and stuff. It could vary of different types of things that are happening, you know, or what type of teachings that you're taking under your household. It could go either way, but I just say embrace that. There's no need to be like you would like to be a full race when the actual physics don't align, you know. But that's just my take on it. We won't do too much on that for now because he was one of the guests that I was going to bring on the platform and we could debate it live out, you know. But yeah, man, we're just getting the hang of this lunch talks. Not gonna really be doing too much on them, not too heavy. Just breaking them down, trying to build up the platform and everything else. Because to the people that have been, you know, low-key supporting this and, you know, waiting for it to take off and whatnot, you know, I'm gonna ask my people gracefully to like, share, subscribe, you know, rocking and rolling with the YouTube upload and consistency. I'm going to try and be on top of that. Yeah, I'm out.